What is up, legends? We are back, and what I want to do in this video kind of is going to be really long, unfortunately, but as you guys see in the title, there's people who are struggling with keeping up with everybody, and that's because this game is a very long process. It's kind of a very simple game, but there's a lot that goes into it and things that you need to kind of like understand. And there's a mindset. There's definitely a mindset. So we're going to talk about that. And by the end of this, you're going to understand completely how to keep up with the server and keep up with everybody. Because a lot of people are saying people are so much more stronger than me, they must be wailing. It's really not that. What is going on is that there's processes and stuff that you need to actually understand as far as gearing and everything else. And there's a game flow. And the game flow in this game is really big. It doesn't look like this because this is obviously a waifu collector, but it's actually an in-depth waifu collector. So as we normally do on here, like and subscribe, all that usual stuff. If you like to continue content for this game or just the other stuff that I do in general on the channel, stick around and leave a comment. If you're stuck on something, I can probably help you out, because I know literally from 0 to 100. I know everything in the game so far, unless they introduce something new. So I got the answer most likely for you. So the number one thing that will cause people problems in this game right off the bat, I'll tell you, is do not save. If you are saving for something, trying to be free to play and say, I'm saving for this character, a lot of people do that with Celia, Thuria, whatever her name is, the booby priest, that's what I call her. Don't do that. And the reason why is because you actually need the summons for a major part of your power. You need to, your currency is very important, and characters are least important in this game. You're gonna get characters according to basically just playing the game and stuff like that. You're at least gonna get one of a character on the banner if you specifically try to get that. People were trying to get Icon, you're gonna eventually get Icon, and whatever else you're trying to actually get. And I'm gonna show you by the end of the video again where all of that all comes in at. Your summons feeds your base account power. Account power is your king, your queen, or whatever you want to praise in this game. Account power. I'm gonna say it again, account power, not characters. So with that said, I'm gonna head in and start talking about account power. So one of the things that's kind of ignored is your dormitory and your work agency. Your dormitory is where you actually put your characters in when they're actually tired from the work agency, but you get power here, so you should always put a character let's just put Ike in here since he's just there you go, bam, she's in there now. What that'll do is that'll speed up her actually her fatigue and everything else, and you can just basically throw somebody else in there when that's ready to actually go. But for the most part, they'll be fine in here like this. When you put a piece of gear, when you put a piece of furniture down, whether you buy it or get it from an event or achievement, because you can get them in achievements as well, it will actually increase your power, your account power. Again, you're gonna hear that a lot, account power. So over here in the work agency, the reason why this is important, because obviously it's going to give you resources you're going to need. Specifically, you're going to need that a lot, the tribute. And then the shopping center is where you're going to get more points, so you can actually spend and upgrade things and get more furniture to get more power. Remember, this game is a multiplicative game, being that it scales. Everything in this game scales, and the more scaling that you have and the more flat stats that you put on top of the scaling, the more benefit that you're going to have. So you definitely want to make sure that you are paying attention to this, that you're making sure that they are always working and not always working sad or upset when they're in here. See how this person is looking bad right there. They need to be at full energy. So once they get empty right there, you just take them out and rotate in whichever character you want to actually put in. And yeah, so over here is I guess I want to say this, the second most important thing. You have a library and you have storage. Library is based off of when you actually summon and get characters. When you summon and actually get characters, what happens is this, because we're going to actually do it right now. We're going to do both right now. All right, so we have, let me see, how many do I have right now? Yeah, it's fine. I got enough to do both. So over here, obviously we're on Icon, and I need more of her. Not that it's actually going to give me that right now, but I need more of her. Let's see what happens. Gold, purple. All right, so we didn't get anything, but that's fine. And we're gonna head down over here. So for over here, being that I already have Icon's weapon, I don't need to worry about that. I do need to worry about this. And this is actually the next point we're gonna get to. A major power jump, 20k power per gold item that you get. Now, it doesn't necessarily, it's not always going to get the character that you need. Eventually you will get all the characters that you need, the weapons, but simply just getting a gold weapon right here for your characters is a major power jump on top of what the character actually has. So we're gonna go ahead and hopefully we'll get a gold weapon. We did not, but it's not necessarily this bad, because what you can do is you can upgrade these weapons as well, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine that, you know, we just didn't get that. So what ends up happening is now that we did the characters and we did the weapons, again, you see me, you know, basically use currency and everything else, and I still have 1200, which is fine right now as well. You head over to combat gear and vibrations, and you're gonna notice now I have breakthrough available on this. So we hit bam, and we do that. So if I was actually using that, it would get a power up. I'm actually using this on Pan, I believe. So this is going to be a breakthrough. It doesn't cost you anything to actually do this. So bam, increase power, and that's on Pam. See, that's 3k right there on Pan rather, just for doing that. Anything else breakthrough right here? Breakthrough available on this. On a blue item, you should never be using blue items ever. There's just no reason to. But we have configuring on all of these, which basically means that they can all be upgraded. Now, if you actually have a weapon that you're not using, and that you have, say like this one right here, Playboy, what I could do with Playboy is swap that in. All right, let's find somebody like this. So that Cloud Hand hasn't been upgraded. We're not gonna worry about that right now, but you know, Playboy has that star one. Just bring Playboy in. Though it doesn't even matter because it's not actually her weapon. We're just using it as a stat stick. You notice we just got 3k right there basically for doing that right there, and that's stats on top of the character right now, which helps her, you know, do more attack, be more tanky, and all that stuff. Now, heading back over here into Complex, back over the showroom, because I summoned now. Actually, I forgot to do something. And in the squad, is it deploy? Is it squad? Or maybe I just didn't get anything to actually upgrade with. No, it's case. I actually just didn't get anything to upgrade. So what would happen in a summoning, like we did get her though recently, but if you get any dupe right here, what would happen is you would actually come in here, and then it's going to say, you know, upgradable. You would upgrade that, and you would head over here to Complex. I just happened to not get anything to upgrade, and you would come over here and you would start upgrading these. Again, this is going to be account power, specifically down here to worry about this. This is universal. This affects all your characters, which is very important for modes like this, which there's going to be multiple modes like that, including an event that is going to be paying attention to stuff like this. When you start getting into hybrid expedition, where you necessarily don't have characters facilitate all of this. So this is where your account power is going to come in handy, and hopefully you're actually building your account power, because if you're not, you're going to be ass in here. Just let you guys know as a heads up. So you see we're at 101. We completed. Obviously I don't have, you know, max characters and all this, but 101 it was kind of like easy because this is the same thing that has Icon and Kiki. So I can basically use them to kind of help carry along with the other characters. But because I had account power pretty strong, even with me not being able to use anybody else and just you being stuck using Bifrost, I still had close to 500k power, basically because of my account power. Now, when we get the East Rise, that's going to happen again. My account power is basically going to be carrying this. And it's up to you at that point if you want to go there. You can swap and mix and match and stuff like this, and then put in all East Rise characters in your deployment and stuff like that, but that's tedious. You know, it's up to you, but even still you're not going to have them actually built, so you're still going to have to rely heavily on account power. Now I did get something for weapon, which is called storage over here. So you see this is where we have these in, and I did get this so we can level up on that. That is going to cost you gold to actually do that. And then, you know, again, we got another one right here. All right. And again, no, it's not that great as far as a big jump, but over time, this adds up. And the more you put into your account as far as scaling, the more that this is going to add up. All right, so we'll put this right here. And right here. So let's talk a little bit about character scaling, because there's a such thing as character scaling. One, it happens here when you actually get dupes on characters. So, you know, keep that in mind. It happens here when you start getting down there. See, like all damage bonus right here, that's scaling right here. Damage reduction is scaling, and all damage bonus right here is scaling. That's no character scaling. That's universal, and it, no matter what, even if you put flat stats on it, the higher that it is, the more the flat stats is going to actually be worth. But there's another way to actually pay attention to that. When you head over, no, not here. When you head over into Leisure Center, characters have bond scaling. So let's take Shiyu, for example. Shiyu, I believe, is it this one? Yeah. Rion, Shiyu, and Farentia scale with their bonds, and I believe it's attack, defense, and HP. The higher their bonds are. I use all three of these characters. Well, Rion's on the assist, but I do use Shiyu and Farentia. It's pretty good to actually build. And when you actually level them, all their scaling goes up at the same time, those three characters. So you necessarily want to use characters that have bonds all together. Or if you have a character that you're using that has a bond outside of everything else that you're using, like Kiki right here, then I started pushing up Cash. So Kiki's bond starts going, so her scaling starts going up. And that's little minor things that actually become major things later as you keep pushing them up and start getting them stronger. So Cash is now in my assist slot to go along with Kiki because I'm using Kiki, so she steadily gets stronger. I believe hers is like HP and defense or something like that, but I have her in the front to try to go first along with Icon, so I want them to actually be able to last a little bit, so to have them get that as well. And I don't remember where Icon's at. Let's see what your bond is. Let's head over to her. Actually, I don't think I can actually see it this way. There is a way to actually do it. Not here, though. But overall, this is my total and how much what I have. And you see like the scaling right here. This looks like it's not that great with this +3, but scaling means scaling is scaling. And that greatly affects your power overall. All right. So when I say assist, I know some people get confused with that. What you want to do is you want to have as many links as possible, because that is also scaling. We're still on scaling right now. This is all the minor things that you need to pay attention to, because this is what balloons your account power, basically. And I have a lot of people who were asking me this, and I'm gonna give you the correct answer. When they say, people are like, well, should I go for an Icon or Kiki? And the correct answer is both. That's the correct answer. There's not, no, you go after both. And the main reason is when deployed, Icon and Kiki attack is increased by 18%. That is almost a fifth scaling for their attack power for them being deployed together. That's OP. And considering they're both attack units too. So no matter what attack stat, even if you give them 1 point of an attack stat, is going to be 1.8 basically. So the more and more that you actually give them, the more they're going to actually scale. So the correct answer for Kiki or Icon is both. Yes, the correct answer is yes, both. And you can kind of like mix them at other things, and you also notice right here when having actually this is one of the reasons why she is actually even still on the field right now, is that she gives resistance to Kiki. So them front line together, she gets more resistance, more tanky. Having Dina out, which is the reason why Dina is out right now, Kiki now gets more HP. If I had Rion out, then whatever else, but Kiki and Pan actually get HP together. Shia and Ferentia get attack. Shia's attack goes up. Again, right here, Kiki and Icon, we already talked about that. And then deployed with Pan, Icon's HP is actually up. So you want to pay attention to this type of stuff and kind of like help you depend on where you actually put them out in the field. Obviously, I want Icon to go first so she can nuke everybody's damn face off, which is just the way that it is. We want Shiyu to be out there because Shiyu can resurrect herself, and the more that she is built up, the higher that resurrect is. So she's at 40% right now because she's at gear level 4. Kiki, the same type of thing. I want her out actually in the front to go third. Basically, she's gonna clean up, because if Icon can't kill people, they're gonna be weak enough that Kiki normally one-shots, but I'm at the point right now where stuff lives, but not anymore. Icon basically does like the slam on everybody. Shiyu comes and weakens a little bit, and then Kiki is gonna kill a lane, basically almost 100% every time. So only at the end of wave 1, I usually only have to deal with 4 characters on the opposite side for the most part. Pan is going to actually facilitate a little bit. She's there to kind of like have like a little bit of buff, a little bit of shielding. Ferentia is there to actually put the fire debuff out on the field and do damage where she can. And Dina is there to sustain us, basically. Which leads me into the other issue that people may have. Should you or shouldn't you go a 4 or a 5-star faction buff? I will tell you 100% of the time, a 4-star, the Poi 4 is superior. The Poi 4. The Poi 5, when you actually use that, the difference is like 20k in account power. When I used the Poi 5, like it really not that like it. For me, I rather, if we're being 100% honest, I rather go for utility and other things like the buff the team or buff my damage and the buff sustainability, which is why Dina is there, which is why I took the MC out, because I was using the MC for a while because I think he's cool, but I went with this because I wanted Dina in there obviously for the sustain, and then the stronger that she gets, the better and better overall that she gets. And then obviously Icon, basically because she just works well with all these units, she's just outside of what the faction is. So putting all this together, it ends up working out really well. Of course, you're gonna have, if you go to deploy 5, you're gonna get the HP and get the resistance, so that everybody's gonna be more tanky, but I'd rather have it this way. I'd rather have the sustainability and the burst and the synergy with all of their links in this manner. It's up to you. Of course, there's gonna be 20k more power on the account, but I'll sacrifice that 20k to make them, work a little bit better. Now, the thing is that everybody is not going to have all these types of characters. It's not that hard, to be honest with you, because you can actually pick this stuff. 4 characters here are pickable. Basically, Shiyu, Pan, Ferenthi, and Dina all pickable, and they're gonna come out anyway majority of the time. And the summon, Aiken and Kiki, you have to summon them basically, and you should have enough currency to actually get them. So if you want to duplicate this team, it won't necessarily be that hard, and you'll be able to do it for free. Basically, you won't have to spend anything to actually duplicate what I am doing right now. Now on the bench, essentially what you want to have is you want to put everybody in that has a link, and you can basically see, like, I'll take this right here. Actually, I don't have to take it out. You can see everybody who has some type of link with a character. Actually, Cash doesn't have a character link, but she links with, hold on. And she don't. Maybe that's why I took her out. Yeah, maybe that's why I took her out. But anyway, if she had a link, it would say it right there. It would say, you know, one of, and you just specifically want to put everybody in at that point who has a link with your working team right there. And that will actually help your account power, and you'll have these links activated as well. So just keep that in mind. I didn't mean to click out. So also, which is very important, is you always want to keep up with whatever your gear level is. Now, I have been doing that so everybody is, you know, fine and good. The next part of that is your modifications, which is why I said in the event, actually getting the modification out of the event is actually really powerful, because there is something else that's actually scaling as well that will help you with that. And there's also the rule of thumb that I have in this game is to level evenly across the board, and don't you can have your main carry, which my main carry is obviously Aiken. You can spoil them a little bit, but you see, even with her, she just has like the purple gear that I put together right now, and then the gold piece that you get from the event. That's my course of spoiling her, basically. But for the most part, I level across the board, and the reason for that is that you get power according to that. Now, you notice in the modification right now, most of them are always even. So I'm gonna head into here, and the main reason for that is because you get gear bonuses basically when they are all leveled evenly. Going all the way, let's say I threw this all the way up to 20, that's going to take all of that, and then all the rest of this is going to be level 2, but then you don't get the gear bonus for leveling it evenly. Like, there's no reason to actually do that, which is this. You want this. You want every character to actually get this, because that's going to affect their power, their HP, and all of their tankiness along with it. So bam, and then you see that's a nice chunk right there, almost 500 for going for right there. So this one, Parenthia, we have her severely lacking right now, so we're going to focus a little bit on her. So she's up at 5, and we're going to bring this up to 5. Bam. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna bring her up to 6 and bring her up to 3 right now. You notice the powers is steadily going with me leveling it evenly instead of me going all into attack and ignoring everything else. Bam. You know, all of this adds up. We do this over here again. I saved this for you guys because this is what the stuff that I would normally do throughout the day. And you see my power is steadily going up. And again, all that scaling I was talking about, that's all coming into play right here. All right. Next up, you're 6-6 all the way through. You're 7-7-7, and you're 6-6-6. This might be costly doing this with her. I think everybody's at 5, so it's okay. I figured it would be costly. So that's a GG right there. I'm kind of like out of them at this point because it's a purple piece, and I'm out of modification. You see the power behind that. So the other side of that now that we're still relatively on gear, is over here now with the weapons right here. they work the same exact way. You want to level them evenly as well. And you see this is at 10, this is at 10, because this also has a gear bonus as well, if you didn't know. Let's see if there's anyone I haven't done yet, though. All right, I've done all of them for the most part. So who do I want to actually pay attention to? I guess I'll pay attention to you. So they work essentially the same way, and you want to be careful with these and not fat finger, because when it comes to modification with this, you see how much that costs to actually do that. I wouldn't worry that hard about this unless there's nothing else for you to do, because this is going to take so much of your money trying to mod these, and the amount of power that you get for the amount of money that this costs to actually do ain't worth it. 200k, yo, just to get 0.4% of scaling on Pierce? Nah, yo. I'm gonna go with nah. But again, the same type of thing works for this. You just want to level evenly across the board, get the power going on everybody as you see fit. Don't use pieces like this on upgrade. It's not actually worth doing. Next gear. You would think we're done with scaling. We are not done with scaling. The Relic weapons actually work the same way as well. So once you get to 10, something interesting happens when you actually level a weapon. They have universal scaling that goes across, well, not scaling, I'm sorry, universal boosting in this case, because it's 9%. Universal boosting that affects every character. If you read the fine print right there, all units attack +2, all units attack +8, 180 when this reaches 20. Now this is 10, don't do that. Just leave it at 10 for right now and go to the next weapon. Because now what essentially happens is when you get 6 weapons like that, all of them are boosting all of your account power the same way. See, we have this one 10, this one is 135. This one right here, this is 5 right here, so we're gonna do this right now. This is all units get HP, so this is gonna help scaling. This is why you wanna get, as soon as possible, 6 gold SSR weapons, because they have the higher benefit. And plus they're 20k power each on your account, basically, when you get 6 of them. It doesn't necessarily have to be for the character. If you get for the character, great, that's wonderful, but it most likely is not going to happen right away unless you're whaling. And obviously this is pushing up all of the account power for the character. 9. So you're gonna get this obviously from doing Chimera, and as far as that you can actually get. And what I would suggest is using all of the magnifying glass currency to get as many of these that you can. And then now when I do this, everybody's gonna get that HP. You see, bam, another 1k power. Everybody got more tanky, and then you just go down the line. Don't feel necessarily bad about doing this on a purple weapon, because when you get a gold weapon, you can just refund it all back in the refund store. So we're gonna do the same thing right here. We're gonna just keep pushing through. Remember, this doesn't cost you any of your tribute points. This just costs you most of your Chimera points that you've been using. And again, it makes the character tanky. Do more attack, basically do more of everything. And then again, we have this currency again that we're using. Bam. Now everybody gets increased attack across the board. And you see me just pushing through. Same thing over here. This time we're doing it with Playboy. And again, the attack again. And you see, like, I've been slowly inching my way to 600k in front of you. You're basically, when you see that power spike that you see people get, I'm doing it in front of you and explaining what the power spike actually is. Hopefully this will help everybody better understand what's going on account wise, instead of just, you know, base rolling and spending. You don't have to do that. Obviously, like, it helps spinning, you see now I'm out of points, but I'm actually at the point right now where I can just passively just keep going like that. And then once I get this to 10, I go back down again, back down the icon, and start going, making the icon go to 10 now. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, and then, you know, head to Shiu, and then head to so on and so forth. That's how you like do it, you know, across the board. Now we're kind of done in this section as far. Game, please. As far as that, as far as preparation race, I showed this before. I'm kind of like done with all this. This is where I got that medal. Somebody asks, like, where'd you get that medal from? At the end, like, you basically get to pick. And I picked the attack medal because it literally is better than you having a 4-set bonus and purple. You just pick the attack medal. And everything from here on, because there's nothing else after this point, is just free stuff that you can get. And you eventually get to the point where you can just start building a Chimera piece as well, a gold Chimera piece, and you just pick whatever you want at that case. Also, another reason why you don't want to save is because this event works off of you basically duping. And as you can see, you know, Bifrost 3-star and all that type of stuff, you have to actually dupe. If you're literally going to waste this event if you're saving currency at this point. And this event by itself might be between 150 to 200k power held within it. So there's no reason for you to actually do that. And I don't believe there's an event like this after that does something else. I forgot what it is, but it's not like this. So there's no reason for you to leave this on the table. I see a lot of people saying they're saving for this character. That absolutely not. Don't do that. I mean, you can, but you're gonna not have any fun. I'm just gonna be 100 with you. So we're like, I don't think there's anything for me to do right now other than to simply play, which I have other stuff to do in the game. So I don't think I'm gonna get any scaling out here that's gonna make a difference right now. All right, so I just need to do all this. We'll get to that stuff a bit later. But you see right now, we're looking good, almost 600k in front of you guys. Another thing is, if you have anything that you want to make progression in, whether it's PvP, whether it's like a DPS race, like in Suriran and all that type of stuff, wait to the end of the day, like you see with the stuff I'm doing right now, when you're at your peak, at your strongest, so you can score higher, and so you can go further in PvP and beat stronger people, that type of thing. You know, it's just better to just kind of like wait and stuff like that. And I do apologize if this is taking a good deal of time. It's just kind of like how it is at this point. So we're gonna head to a few areas that are of contention that you are gonna need to actually pay attention to. First is Purification Procurement. So what you want to do with this is you want to go for all of the useful stuff in here, and majority of the time is just going to put things up that might be useful but might not. Obviously you want to get as far as you can right here, but for the most part you want to go for Neolith, Matrix, unless you fit. Me personally, I give you advice. I ignored all the rest of this stuff in SEA and just went for Neolith Matrix every single time, because it allowed me to just keep leveling my Neolith weapons, because all the rest of the stuff great over long terms of time, but you send up, like, let's say you specifically do this over the course of time, and great, you build a weapon and then it goes up like 10k, but you could have got like 100k from building your Neolith weapons over that course of time. So I'm like, I don't see a point in that. It does help over time, but I rather just do Neolith. That's just me. Like, yeah, you guys could do what you want. That's just my opinion. Syndicate is up to you at this point, but me personally, what I am looking for mainly is these right here, which is like the special Chimera material if you need it, because that's going to allow you to build these, which again is going to help you with your scaling. on that type of stuff. You see, you get a lot of it, so we're gonna snatch this, and over time you just end up with these parts, which helps out a lot. I wouldn't do the purple one because you get enough of that in the event. Purple was not hard to farm, but the gold is. And then you have the rest of the stuff, so it's up to you. Like, you got the Neolith right here, Matrix, which is basically the limit break item when you need a limit break. Everything else you kind of don't need. Tribute points you shouldn't be out of unless you just be doing too much when it comes to gear upgrading and don't pay attention and don't level evenly. Leveling evenly allows you to not go broke. If you try to like make like one character like super gangster, you're gonna go broke. I'm just gonna point that out for you guys. And obviously, the better that your guild is, the better stuff that you can get and procure right here. Up to you guys again. So heading down, modulation. Again, another type of thing up to you. Me personally, I'm probably just going to focus more so on the crystalline cells because, as you can see, that focuses on power more so. And then bam, so then I can refresh, and then, you know, like maybe you get like a weapon and stuff like this. And again, me personally, I just want the cells at this point, and this is fine. We'll do that. All right. You have quantum. Quantum again is the same type of thing. I'm more or less looking over here at this stuff in the corner over here, just for account power sake, to get me account power. General, the same thing. It goes over here with hybrid, and then you have the furnishing right here, which is up to you how you want to proceed with that. You can come in. We got a wooden cabinet right here and a wooden sofa. I'm gonna buy this wooden cabinet. Yeah, Ryuka, which this is just an off-season stuff right now. You can't really do anything until it comes up right here. But modification, I'm looking at that. I ignore Chimera mod because you get a lot of that. Living Metal is definitely good because that's the summons on the weapons. Elementium is good as well. And again, that's up to you. And then Sentinel the same type of way. And that's my thought process on that. So let's head in, and we're gonna head to dorm. We're gonna put that item down. So remember I was telling you before, when you put something down, $11K. All right, so next up, something that you should probably pay attention to that I forget sometimes is your free summons. What ends up happening majority of the time, I will be doing things and I will forget all the way down here. Now you get free summons and these. Now it doesn't prompt you. And by the way, you just have to remember that it's down here. So when it says free summon for these up here, just remember to come down here. I do that. I did that a lot in SCA, and I've actually did it yesterday. Here, I forgot about the free ones down here, and I actually lost out on that. So kind of like is what it is when it comes to that, and hopefully you guys don't, you know, do that stuff as well. And at this point, we're pretty much done at this point. So remember what I was telling you guys about the power right there? I don't have anything to actually limit break this. Like this is far. And you see you need host purification and all that type of stuff. It really tells you where to get all these from, but I don't have it right now, so we're just gonna put it into Levitine and get a little bit more power up on top of this stuff. And yeah, so probably by the time I'm done with the end of the day, I'm gonna be over 600K. Get as many friends as you can, because obviously they're gonna give you more of your stamina, and stamina is very important because it's like your gold in this game. You see I have 8 more to get today, and I pretty much need more friends at this point. So if you want to friend me, by all means, your boy Scion right here chilling. And finally, I am done talking. I am done talking. That's literally it. at this point. So I hope this helped you. I hope you get the gist of it, the game flow of the game, things you need to actually do. This is stuff that you should do every day, and if you do it every day and get used to doing it every day, you're gonna watch your account power just fly. You're gonna be like, oh damn, oh, this without spending any money either. You didn't watch me do anything and spending money. This is just simply stuff that you can do in the game and not have to worry about it, and you should be fine as a free-to-play player. So I will catch you guys next video. Be legendary, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, if you're stuck on anything, hit me up. I will do my best to answer it, or maybe somebody else will who sees it, because we got a lot of people who are playing SCA right now who know the same stuff I know. Basically, we're all sitting at Endgame together. And those people actually, some people are in my Discord, some people are in the official Discord. You can just check them out as well. Go to the official Discord. Yeah, see you guys soon. Peace.